Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Octopath Traveler 2. Last time we left off, we finished off Hikari's chapter, and today, let's see who we want in the party first off. Looks like it's Particio, Ochette, and Throne's time to shine. Particio can get right there. I guess it's also Agnia, so Agnia goes in the first slot. Let's put Ochette here, Throne here. Cool. And, yeah, everybody's on classes that make sense for them, except for Particio. Particio does need a class. I don't even know what class I want you on, friend. Kind of out of good classes for me to throw you on. Scholar, I guess. Sure. There you go. Enjoy. So, now we just gotta optimize everyone's equipment here. And we should be good. This is a cursed weapon, right? No. Wait, why do you have the Abyssal Rod on? You want that. Or no, not that. The Sun Shadow Staff. Or the Hallowed Rod? Yeah, no, you want the Hallowed Rod. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so we should be good to go now. Oh, actually, I can put Throne on, Arms Master. That is right. So, just go ahead and take that off with Hikari. And let's make sure we optimize your equipment here. There you are. Cool. Alright, and now we just need to go hit up the inn. Some people did mention if I wanted to make some of the boss fights harder. Some people mentioned a few things. Some people mentioned using, like, weaker weapons, which I would do, but it would just make the boss fight take longer, and that doesn't really make it any harder. Some people also mentioned taking off the reduce the damage cap thing, which I also think the same problem applies. Because even if I'm not doing crazy amounts of damage, the bosses still can't kill me. But somebody did say, what about putting on like weaker armor, specifically ones that have like various resistances and stuff, and that sounded like a good idea. So I think we'll do that for the bosses. I'll keep my weapons, but because taking the weapons off basically just makes the boss fight take longer. It's incredibly easy to break the bosses anyway, so if I really want to, the bosses most of the time can just never get a hit on me. That being said, a lot of the boss fights are going to be a lot easier now. Because, I think we're going to go do Agnia's chapter next. A lot of the boss fights are going to be a lot easier now. Oh my god, where was my train of thought going? Or a lot of the boss fights are going to be a lot harder now because I'm specifically not using Timonos. Timonos is pretty busted. Hikari is also very busted. Throne, Particio, Ochette, and Agnia are a little bit more on like the support / defensive side. They just don't have the damage output that the other ones do. So the boss fights will be a little bit more balanced with this squad. But yeah. It's always a shame when the game isn't like properly balanced around you doing everything for like the boss fights. Because yeah, it's hard to stay an acceptable level while also doing everything that I want to do, basically. So that's always a struggle. I quite like the way that Tactics Ogre did it, where it automatically like leveled you down, basically. If you were like super over leveled and you couldn't get above a certain level, it basically just took out grinding altogether. It was like, no, you just gotta do it at the level we intended the fight to be. That's always fun. If you were playing on like a New Game Plus mode, Tactics Ogre would also weaken your weapons to an acceptable level for that point in the story and de-level your characters, which I think is a very good way to do it. Obviously it's a little bit more work, but like, if there was a way to do that in this game, that would be amazing. If it just gives you like recommended weapons for that level, and you can change like your accessories and stuff like that, but you can't change like your weapons and armor. It's like decided for you, and your level is decided for you. Even if it was just a setting that you could turn on or off, depending if you wanted it or not, I would be so happy with something like that. Because yeah, when you're doing all of the content in a game, it's very easy to get over leveled. So it's kind of a struggle to balance, but I think Tactics Ogre, specifically the remake that I played, did a incredibly good job of that. while keeping it what felt like fair and everything. So, I wish more games would do that. Because yeah, it's very, very hard to stay an acceptable level in this, for example. Because I'm not even doing everything I could do. If I was doing everything I could do before doing these things, oh my god, I would be ridiculously overleveled. I had the same problem with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, for example. It was also very, very difficult to stay an acceptable level in that game. And it slowly just hits the point where you just plow through everything. And there's not really much to do about it. You can, like, intentionally weaken yourself and stuff, but it feels like there should just be a better way of handling it in the game. But, whatever. It's a pretty common problem that games have. I mean, most of the boss fights haven't been particularly challenging anyway in this game so far. It's been a fairly easy ride. There's a few times some bosses hit me harder than I thought they would, but if you're just playing right and building right, I don't feel like any of the boss fights are really going to be hard in this. They give you a lot of items. I wasn't even really cheesing, like, the BP increasing items as much as I could early on. If I had done that, oh my god, it would have been even easier. It's just crazy how many options the game gives you. When it gives you this many options, it's kind of hard to be weak. It's kind of hard not to just plow through everything. Because if you're just playing right, you can run, like, really, really weak shit and still just be totally fine. Ooh, the sun shield. What does that do? Recover HP after performing an action. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. That might be the kind of stuff I'm probably going to be equipping soon, because I feel like as we get a little bit further, just raw stats are going to start mattering less, because we're going to be getting towards the cap pretty quickly. So things that have unique effects are going to be more important. Like the ones that raise certain elements' damage, and stuff like that. This party definitely feels like the weaker of the ones, though. Just like physical damage-wise, basically. Not really weak altogether, but just like physically, they just can't do as much damage. Magic either, quite honestly. Because Agnia's just not a Timnos or an Oswald. They have support skills in spades, but that's kind of it. So, it's a thing to balance. We do have access to Partitio's incredibly busted ability to just buy an enemy's turn, which is going to be absurd when we get to boss fights. I should have mentioned this will probably be a shorter episode today as well, because I'm a bit late recording this one. But we had a long episode yesterday, when I didn't totally intend for it to be a super long episode, so... But yeah, balancing yourself so you don't plow through stuff is always a struggle. I'm sure once we hit, like, the, optional bosses and stuff, I'll have a bit harder of a time. I need to put the Arms Master weapons on Throne here. Provoke with Embarking. There we are. Oh, Chet is just so versatile. I definitely feel like that's her biggest boon. Is just being very, very versatile. Alright, so... well, that's why, because it's all on... Okay, wait, you can use the Lionheart's Axe. Honestly, that's the one I mostly care about. Oh yeah, I didn't take the... Wait, no, I did take the spear. I was about to say I didn't take the spear to the place, but no, I totally did. What is this? Thought it was a dungeon for a second. This is probably an area for a side quest. If I had to guess. But yeah, we probably won't be starting Agnia's chapter today. I thought I would unlock it, but... God, that does good damage even if you don't have their weaknesses revealed. I mean, you could hit them with that, but no. It's not gonna do enough damage. Partitio's elemental attack leaves a little bit to be desired. I do have to say, comparing this to, like, Bravely Default, for obvious reasons, it does feel like Bravely Default is generally the harder game. Even with me doing side content and leveling up to pretty ridiculous amounts, I feel like that Bravely Default 2, specifically, was punishing me a lot. Whereas, this game, probably because I'm doing 8 characters' stories, it was just so easy to get absurdly powerful to the point where it was never really a problem. But Bravely Default 2, I was constantly in the main story, still getting bopped by enemies. That game was pretty well balanced as far as the level curve goes, I feel. Whereas this one's a little bit more of a chill kind of just glide through. That's right, I had business here. Agnia arrives in Merry Hills to perform at the Grand Gala. The dreams, hopes, and feelings of love that she encountered on her journey have become verses in the Song of Hope, but will it be enough to make her a star? We will wait on that, because I'm just gonna look through the place today. And there's also another thing I want to do, so let's talk to everybody, and I need to get Casty out because I would like to inquire with people. So where's my other stuff over here? Yeah, just a lengthy conversation about game balance as we walk our happy asses over here to the new town. It's smaller than I thought it would be. Ooh, travel banter. You've got such good table manners, Throne. Why, thank you. Suppose we can thank my expertise with knives for that. Hmm? What do you need a knife for when you've got teeth to chew everything up? I read that weird. It's bad manners. One should cut their food into bite-sized pieces first. I don't get you humans. Why don't you give it a try, Ochet? What's all this? Don't people usually just use one knife and one fork? In the city, people use different utensils based on the dish they're eating. This is making my head hurt. Simple. You start from the inside, then move outward. Oh, you sound like a city lady, Aggie. I'm not so sure about that. Who taught you that, by the way? The folks back home. They taught me all sorts of things so I wouldn't embarrass myself out here. Is that so? They sound like kind people. How is anyone supposed to eat like this? Can't I just use my hands? Don't give up just yet. Huh? This is harder than I thought. You dropped something, Aggie. Heck, but I practiced so hard. Your table manners could use some work, but that's a lesson for another day. Yeah, Throne. Throne's like, if Casty is mom, Throne is big sister. Alright, get out of the party, Ochet, for now. We need mom in the group to ask people questions. Wee-hee, another! Oh, you don't even work here, sorry about that. Fumbling Slash, how you doing? A singer who was a popular touring act just 10 years prior. He performed in cavernous theaters and even earned the favor of the nobility. The sudden fame and fortune overwhelmed him, and now he seeks solace at the bottom of every glass. His mellifluous voice is lost to time. Rich ale. Critical Nut, Herb of Awakening. I'll definitely be giving this party some things because they need it. Increased critical rate for Throne there. I think we also have some other nuts, don't we? I thought I had some other ones that I hadn't used, but I don't see any. I must have used them all last time. Alright, well, let's get started with robbing everyone. I think it's a good call. There is another thing I want to do today, but we'll see where we're at once I'm finished with this. My daughter helps me sell my breads. She's far better at it than I've ever been. Baker of many years, he does not have a shop, preferring to sell directly to folk on the street, or to those who place orders with him. His sandwiches and sweetbreads alike enjoy sterling reputations. I'll be taking those. How about some fresh baked bread? It's delicious, I guarantee it. Oh, I'm about to rob you, kid. The young daughter of a baker whose small breads make for popular snacks among those who visit the town. She wanders the streets by day, advertising her father's breads to said visitors. I'm sorry, kid. Throne just taking bread from a child. Just laughing about it. Gather out and feast your eyes on this knife. I assure you this is no ordinary blade. Is it not? Oh, cool, you have a few of them. I'll be taking that, and that, and that. A merchant renowned for his lively product demonstrations and resounding speeches. He once sold 300 of his special order knives in a day, and his storytelling has earned him a legion of fans. New equipment? Just as I thought, this town cannot compete with New Delsta. Is that so? clothing and accessories designer from New Delsta who finds herself returning to her hometown after several years away. She boasts of the many wonders of the big city to her childhood friend, but secretly finds city life exhausting and regrets ever having left. Oh hey, you have a quick cloak. Those are pretty good. All this talk of the latest fashions, the latest happenings, it's too much for me. Tempest amulet? Ooh, I'll take that. Woman born and raised here, now raising a family of her own. She pretends to have little interest in the tales of city life her childhood friend regales her with, but secretly regrets never having lived anywhere else.
That was...
Okay. And I've robbed you. How you doing, friend? You are the armor. Breaker's Blade. Raise your crit. Art of Archery. Physical attack and accuracy up. That seems like a pretty good bow. Swift shield. Do I have those for everyone? Those are pretty good. Like, we lose a little bit of defenses and stuff, but gain a lot of speed out of the deal. Dazzling Tiara also gives you speed. Ooh. Yes. Yeah, I think I want that on Particio and Throne. And we'll save the other one. Art of Disguise. Extra SP. That would be very good on Timonos. Ornate costume. Well, I definitely want the Dazzling Tiara as well. Let's see. Who all do we want that on? Probably Throne. Because more speed. More speed good. Casti... Let's buy 2 more. Let's put it on Casti and Agnia as well. Okay, those are pretty good. More speed is always nice. I, of course, have a ton of stuff to sell as well. But that diamond dagger I just got actually gives you ridiculous physical attack. Lowers your evasion a little bit, but it does give you more physical attack than even lockpick. But I like the lockpick's ability to reduce defense, so... That's still a crazy powerful weapon I got forever ago. Well and truly lost in life for a number of reasons. A young man who arrived in this town with little more than broken dreams. He suffered some sort of setback and will tell anyone within earshot how this setback has wounded him. Inquire further, however, and he will refuse to elaborate. Is that so? I knew this day would come. Oh, it's just you. I knew this day would... Oh, it's just you. Interesting. God, I'm having a really hard time sealing this 65% chance item. What the hell? What is my luck? 65% chance that I failed 5 times in a row? Jesus. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna go use some cash money here. 15,000, that's nothing. Chump change. Alright. So, my reputation in Mary Hills is improved. You're gonna give me this stupid helmet. Are you here at night? No, you're not. I thought about checking really quickly. God, piece of shit. I just wanted your stupid helmet. Alright. I didn't even need it, really. Yeah, it wasn't even that good. I just want it. I want it all. Hello. Artists must be free to pursue their dreams, and I wish to be there for one such artist. Young man who wishes to propose to the woman he's courted for years. Unfortunately, her singular focus on becoming a dramatist leaves him precious little time to do so. Feather shield. Pretty weak things there. Slippery nut. Okay. Got in here. Hard work will be rewarded, I just know it. You're the one that they're courting. Woman who dreams of becoming a dramatist. Just when it seemed her hard work would never pay off, the dramatist she admired most agreed to take her on as an apprentice. She has never been more motivated. Cool. I'm just gonna rob you if you don't mind. Okay, good there, good up here. Mary Hills is a town dedicated to the arts. Artists and entertainers from the world over settled here. Woman working at the tavern. She negotiated with the owner on behalf of her actor grandfather and was given permission for him to perform his one-man show in a small corner. She has been the most enthusiastic attendee of his nightly performances ever since. I'll be taking all of that. Give me that. Alright, I think we're mostly done here then, with the stealing at least. We still have to go around at night and do some things. Oh wait, no, we still have these characters. But we do have... I guess we'll wait until we steal from everybody. Goddess is not in this town, which is to say none of them would talk to me, really. Oh god, okay. An itinerant scoundrel skilled at winning women's hearts and wheedling away his way into their homes. His insincere behavior is reminiscent of a love-starved child. Yeah, I can tell. You just... Say, a dramatic performance at the Legend of the Eight Gods would surely be a hit. Heresy Inspector. An inspector dispatched by the Order of the Sacred Flame, which regards the arts enclave of Mary Hills to be a potential breeding ground for heresy. Though the Order allows for a modest freedom of expression, they are ever watchful and seek to nip heresy in the bud. It sounds awful. How about you, like, go away, please? I'm saying that in the nicest way I possibly can. I can think many other meaner ways to say it. There's no greater waste than the labors of someone without talent. So you're the one that, the dramatist over there admires. Renowned and immensely influential dramatist with several famous works of his name. Though his genius is undeniable, his arrogance and violent disposition have given him a dubious reputation. Negative rumors abound, especially regarding his poor reputation among women. Oh no! And you're working with the girl over there. Oof. Can I do something about this? I don't like if you're like creepy or rapey or abusive. Those are all no-goes, please. Alright, well. Let's continue down this way. So I think we've got everything here. Now I just need to check these dorks out. Poetry is not a group of words on the page, nor is it some crass commodity. It's an expression of the soul. I feel like this is where I would find the performers for the, ooh, magic nut. Poetry of the soul. I feel like this is where I would find the, characters to perform in the play or whatever that I need, the battle actors. Anonymous poet who stands on the corner humming to himself. He is in fact an incredibly famous poet and the author of The Arrival of Antiquity. However, when he chooses to hide his identity, few stop to hear his poems. See, you have something very expensive. Welcome one and all! I shall now make these objects disappear! But you should know this is all sleight of hand and nothing will actually disappear. An unfailingly honest musician who cannot in good conscience deceive others. Though his penchant for explaining each trick before it's performed seems certain to doom him to obscurity, recently people have come to appreciate it as part of the performance. Yeah, that's an interesting way to do it. I stole your silver coin now, though. How you gonna do the trick now, nerd? Are you here at night? Yes, you are. And I can just ask for Poetry of the Soul. Friends in high places. Cool. Alright. I can just get that for free, because that's worth a lot. Drive to work hard is an invaluable skill of its own. At least that's what I found. Old man who was once a great actor. He thrilled many an audience on many a grand stage, but eventually had a falling out with his co-star and left acting behind. These days he performs a small one-man show in the local tavern. Oh yeah, we've heard about you. Cool. Give me more hidden items, please. Articulate stone. That... yeah, prevents silence. With all the entertainers gathered in town, the crowds and the merchants who sell to them have descended. Yep. It's like when the market comes to town in my, my general area. Time for tourists to just fly in, spend money, so all the shops open. Famous elderly hunter with a very particular method of hunting, though no one knows what that is, for he does it alone in the dead of night. He has taken no apprentice, ensuring he will take his techniques to the grave. You hunt humans! See anything unusual? You haven't, right? No? A soldier guarding the thoroughfare, or so he seems. In actuality, he's a pickpocket, but is called into action whenever problems occur, which leaves him little time to steal anything. Yeah, well, I'm gonna pick your pocket, nerd. I was wondering why you give me thieving tips and tricks. That would be why. Herb of Clamor. So let's go to the shrine entrance here. Because we haven't started your quest yet, Agnia, so I can probably just explore this place as I feel... Hey there, my road to stardom's going just as planned. Every time I sing, everyone around me bursts into tears. People tell me my songs are unbelievable. Unbelievably unbelievable, right? You're the one that's bad at singing that I helped for the quest. I was wondering why I had already done all your stuff. Oh god, you're here and people burst into tears when they hear you sing. I bet they do, friend. How unfortunate. Do not disturb me. I am embracing the solitude. Okay, impresario. Manager of a group of 8 dancers. The dancers, however, find his instruction an intrusion on their perfectly synchronized choreography and voted to ban him from attending practice sessions. Get wrecked, nerd. This place is so much better at night. Is that so? We'll see about that. Young boy in love with the arts. He enjoys wandering the town square each day and watching the various entertainers perform their craft. He considered becoming an entertainer himself, but his mother put a stop to that. I'll be taking all your candy and your raspberries. $2,700 dues. You ever think about how much work it takes behind the scenes to put on such a dazzling performance? Starlight hat. Starlight, star bright. Former Grand Gala dancer who is now mother to a boy with entertainment aspirations of his own. She knows firsthand how hard it is to please audiences and has such feels she cannot unconditionally support her son. Okay, so you're the mother of the kid over there. Alright, healing grape M. Energizing pomegranate. Alright, we're getting good stuff here. So, now that we've done all of that... Handkerchief. Ah, the famous shrine of Volstera. I've long to lay eyes on it. I'm so moved I could weep. Loquacious woman traveling the world with her husband. She actually contracted a fatal disease and doesn't have long to live. So she agreed to take this trip while she can still get around. Though her husband isn't good with words, she knows that he speaks from the heart and is eternally grateful to him for his care. I'll be taking those. She gets verbose and voluble when she's just excited. Apologies. Slippery nut, vivid jewel. Man traveling the world with his wife. He lived to work, but took an advance on his retirement payment so he and his wife could take their first trip together. He wants to say clever things to his wife, but his taciturn, awkward nature has so far stymied him.
That was big.
Is it I can never remember how to pronounce that word. Taciturn? Taciturn? This gramophone contraption and its records really revolutionized music? Yeah, I helped make that. An itinerant musician who has wandered all over the world. He'd recently learned of something called the gramophone and had one of his songs made into a record. Fortunately, in his record he cannot play, for he has no idea how to use a gramophone. Critical Clash! Cool. I can just steal your music from you. Alright, what kind of side quest you got for me, friend? Powering necklace. 1000 extra max HP, which is what I already have on Casty. Give it back, give it back. Mysterious box? The letters are carved into the box. Give it back. Letters WS are carved into the box. Give it back. Weird. That box. Ever since I got that box, please get it away from me. Thank you. Oh. So begins the tale of a mysterious box. WS. I gotta find a person with that name, I guess? WS. Huh. Interesting. Huh. Weird. Alright, well, the Shrine of Volstera, yep, that's, where we're gonna be doing Agnia's, battle, it seems. So, alright, now it's now it's nighttime. Hello. Okay. Give me all your shit, please. It is night. Records, if you throw them, they actually travel quite far. Wow, you're using them as frisbees, friend? Human statue? Oh yeah! Human statues are always neat. There's one at the Renaissance Festival we go to. They just robbed you. Broad and vulgar acts, every last one of them. It's shameful, really. What do you know? Such transparent flattery deserves something in return. Take this. Alright. Love singing for a crowd. I've never been more excited in my life. Magic nut. God, there's just so much to steal here. I'm very fond of singing in front of a crowd. Oh, I'm so nervous. Don't worry about it. Just give me your nuts.
I'll take it.
Thanks. Another night of bustling crowds. Can't ask for more than that. Oh my god, we're getting so many of them. Oh, it's amazing. Never would have expected this place to be the breeding ground of so much talent. Powering Lychee. Quite the dancer. You, I've gotten stuff from. The Night Sack's not so good. Well, I'll be stealing all your stuff. Yep. Everybody loves my street performance. Everybody's just giving me their stuff for free. Energy and passion of all these expressive people has been so stimulating. Gleaming Amulet greatly reduces light damage. That's good. I always like the reduces certain element damage things. Hey there, my road to Stardom's going just as planned. Yeah. So yeah, I'd already taken everything from you. Oh hey, a Beastling. Welcome, we are Beauty and the Beastling. I'm Beauty, the comic relief. Alright. Ooh, perfect jerky. Dancing is so sweet, I lost a tooth. I'm Beastling the... Hey, you got it backwards. Keep this up and I will bite you. Ooh, the ornate costume. God, it's level 60 though? Koi Wink. Have an 8% chance to receive 50% off of purchases. No thanks. Oh dear, the entertainers are excited as the attendees, which always spells trouble. Herb Elixir, Refreshing Jam. I should check these characters to make sure they don't have anything I want. Some of them may be pretty good. Tell my mom to snuck out of the house, got it? Okay, back up a little more. I remind you, these do explode. Okay, they're just fire soul stones. You do have fireworks, though, as your ability. Interesting. And you're just that character. Right? Oh, what was I doing? I feel like I've been dreaming for a long time. Yeah, it's that story. It's like the item that, like, possesses people, and they want to get rid of it because it's, like, slowly consuming them, and then you give it to somebody else, and then the same thing happens. So now it's slowly consuming us. Which is just great, if you think about it. Okay, got all your stuff. Most of these characters I should already have everything from, but there might be some that appear just at night. There were a lot over there that appeared just at night. Hello. Give me your stuff. Forgotten hat. Got your stuff, got your stuff. Okay, yeah, so I think we're good in Merry Hills. For the most part here. Gotten most of the things. Still doesn't hurt to check everybody. Oh, see, like you. No, I feel as though I've met the fellow putting on a one-man show over there. Have you? Falcon coat, old locket, sticky flower. Feel as though you've met him, huh? Their stage... Interesting. Met them before, have you? I don't have anybody to give me your info. Getting info at night's pretty annoying, because you gotta use Timonos or Hikari. Alright. I think we are good. Cool. Now for the other thing I wanted to do today. If we go to Timberrain, some people mentioned what exactly I need to do for the quests here. If I were a killer, I'd throw it into the lake. The currents would carry it down to the southern Timberrain Trail and eventually the ocean. It's an interesting hypothesis. What do you have for me? Cool, thank you. So I got a pretty cool, capturable monster here, that uses staff attacks. It's the peekaboos that were here. Let's see what this is like. What? Ooh, and it lowers defenses as well. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we got a nice AoE. I thought it was interesting because it was a strong one specifically. Like, it was like 9 strength. So that was neato. So, let's just finish this fight off. And basically, I'm over here because it said South Timberrain Trail. That's where I would stash the murder item. I imagine that's supposed to be a hint for where I'm supposed to go here. So... Wait, there's a shiny over there. Wait, is that it? That must be it, right? There's immediately a shiny over there. Wow, I started talking again at the perfect time, possibly. Alright, let's, Windy Refrain you too. Big damage. I like making Agnia into a mage, basically. It's quite powerful, I feel.
All tidied up.
There we go. Cool, cool, cool. So, yeah, over here. Is this it? Stolen sword. There we go. Okay, that's what I need, I think. Alright, neato, neato. So yeah, I just had to talk to the characters in there. Da -dun -da 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 -dun -da. Hello. I have an item. Is this the murder weapon? Let me see if this can be submitted as evidence. Now to look into Malin's past and see if he had any motive for murder. Oh, there's still more. Malin's a kind-hearted man, he's not a killer. He hasn't told me much about his upbringing, but I know life wasn't easy for him back then. Back when? He hasn't told me much. Where would I learn about your upbringing? Do you have like a parent? My son has committed many crimes in his life. It's only right that he takes responsibility for them. I don't think you're the parent. I talked to like pretty much everybody in town. What about that one weird house right there? I would assume you're in town somewhere. I was looking for like an old parent, basically. You? Something to an innocent little girl. No? This is gonna bother me. I think I might look up a little bit of assistance for this, because yeah, I've already checked all of town. It could be that you're not even here. Ooh. Oh, I can't get the couple's pendant from you. Darn. Alright, let me look up some help. Okay, I know where the character is, and boy am I glad I looked it up. So apparently it's here in the New Delsta back streets. There's a lady who says like, oh yeah, I'm his mother. Don't know why you're all the way over here in New Delsta, but is it this old lady right here? Dour elderly woman. I have a nephew named Malin. After his parents died, I took him in. 10 years ago, he told me he was going to avenge his parents and left without ever paying me back for all I did for him. Wonder what he's doing now. Not that I care. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I wish the character in the thing, like, obviously the character gave me a hint that, like, oh, you need to find Malin's mother. But it'd been nice, like, or parent or whoever, guardian. It would have been nice if there was a little bit more of a hint, though. Because I was assuming just look in town, but no, that wasn't the case at all, and maybe there was a reason that would have led me to come back to New Delsta in particular. I don't know, but hey, there's a lot of stuff here we can get with Agnia now. I still gotta go back through a lot of these towns, because I'm sure some of these people have things I need, like that invigorating nut. So, alright, back to... Oh, no, not Mary Hills. Damn it. Getting confused here. Back to Timberain. Not Gravel. Timberain. There we go. Back over here. So, now we can get into the courthouse and see what we can do there. I still want to get sentencing gavel for Hikari. It seems very hard to pull off. Judge Still's been murdered. Everyone's as honest as they come. Huh. Can't imagine what his motive might be. Oh, I guess I didn't get the information from you. Yeah, usually it gives me like an information thing. Maybe it was something I needed to... Oh, I bet it's an inquire. I bet it's an inquire or like bribe or something. So I need somebody that can get info out of them. Yeah. Okay, well we need to go get somebody like that. Yeah, because it's gonna be like a little information thingy. So let's get Casty back out, I suppose. And head back over there. Man, this quest has a lot of steps. Alright. Let's go over here. So yeah, basically it seems like the way they wanted you to find this is just to be re-exploring this place and just... Or you, for some reason, had a note that this was actually the person you're looking for. Like you write down the name Malin. Okay. The Aunt of Malin, Court Garden, Timberain. 15 years ago, Malin's parents were executed for a crime they didn't commit, and Malin swore vengeance on Judge Estelle, who sentenced them to death. Okay. Wow, they were killed for a crime they didn't commit, so you're like, I'm getting revenge. So you worked your way up as the prison guard until you could kill him. Interesting. People that are put away, there's so many horrible stories about people that were, you know, sentenced to an incredibly long prison sentence or, like, killed by capital punishment for something that they didn't do, and it was only found out years later, and that must be... Oh, it's horrible. The poor families. Judge Estelle's been murdered. I still don't think murder was the way to go about it, but... What? So Malin had a motive? So we have both the murderer's motive and evidence to support it. I don't want to believe it. Just can't ignore the truth, not with all this proof. I do feel sorry for Malin here, though, because this is horrible. But that's not the way to go about it, friend. Of course, there's also times where, I mean, how are you going to accuse a judge of something like that and actually have it come to fruition? Sometimes people get desperate and feel like this is the only way they can actually take justice into their own hands. Through further investigation, it was determined that the blade matched the wound on the judge. The sword has also been confirmed as one of the items stolen from the armor. So what? That has nothing to do with me. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. The witness hasn't been sent to jail just yet. Ah. Nero, does the defendant look familiar to you? Yeah. Sure does. He's the bastard who tricked me into stealing those swords. Gave me the Azure Sun Sword and took the rest for himself. Fine, I'll admit I took part in that, but I didn't have a reason to kill Judge Estelle. No, I think you did. 15 years ago, your parents stole the Sapphire Wreath. They were then sentenced to death by Judge Estelle for their crime. Yeah, we heard about the Sapphire Wreath. You bore a grudge against him for ordering your parents' execution, so you murdered him. You're wrong. Still trying to maintain your innocence? Should have expected as much from the son of criminals. I see the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Okay, don't be an asshat, prosecutor. My parents weren't criminals. The one who stole the Sapphire Wreath was Judge Estelle himself. What? How dare you make such a baseless assertion? It's not baseless. In fact, you heard the proof with your own ears. The judge called the Sapphire Wreath a black treasure. And what of it? The Sapphire Wreath never left the royal family's hands, so no one would know its color except for them. I would have assumed it was blue, considering it's the Sapphire Wreath. Oh my. After Judge Estelle said that, I snuck into his manse to do my own investigation. And I found the Sapphire Wreath, made entirely of rare black sapphires. Yeah, I guess sapphires don't technically have to be blue. So, a lot of gems, you know, they can be different colors depending on, I think, like, the chemical composition is what determines it. Because that's how you have, like, yellow diamonds and things like that. It's just I usually associate sapphire with blue. But, wow. Got done in by pancakes, Judge Estelle. I'm sure some people will get that reference. Go to his manse and see for yourself. You'll find the Morningstar bracelet there, too. I'm glad I'm not actually having to put you away. Do it post-haste. Because I did feel sorry for you. That man framed my parents and made them pay the ultimate price for his crimes. And that wasn't even the end of it. He used his position to do the same thing time and time again, yeah. And sometimes when people are in such a powerful position of power, I mean, you can't touch them within the law, basically. And it's very, very hard to touch a judge, so... The real criminal here is Judge Estelle. Don't make me laugh. If he's guilty, then so are you. You used me to get your hands on those swords. I know. I'm a criminal too. But he was a distinguished judge. There was no chance of winning in a proper court of justice. Exactly. Untouchable. This was the only way to get revenge. My parents always told me to live an honest life. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, when there's no other option, when, like, someone is just so powerful and so untouchable that you can't do anything against them, sometimes it does take something like this. Which is awful, but it's a thing. It's one of the things I like about Tales of Vesperia, because it kind of grapples with this whole thing, too. It's like, what do you do against someone that is untouchable? They are doing horrible things, but they are untouchable by, like, legitimate means, basically. Ma. I'm so sorry. Wow, this is the coolest side quest in the game so far. Malin was sentenced to life in prison for murder. Definitely didn't see this coming. But you know, I think he really wanted someone to stop him. I know it wasn't easy, but you have my thanks. Oh, that was a cool quest. That was a cool side quest. Holy shit. That was really neat. I like that a lot. So ends the tale, proof of justice. Damn, alright. Yeah, that was a cool quest. I like that one quite a bit. Awesome, awesome. So now we've wrapped that up. We're definitely running out of side quests to do at this point. I want to use all these nuts I have, and then we're gonna end this episode off. Because, yeah, it's already way longer than I wanted it to be, basically. At least it gave me a good opportunity to fix some of these things. So, elemental attack, probably gonna go on Agnia here. Honestly, Partitio's elemental attack isn't horrible. If I'm gonna be completely honest, like, it's fine. I'm gonna give it to Agnia for now, though. There you go, Agnia. Oh, we have 2. Okay, all the way to 397. Massively increased physical attack. Who needs that? Throne or Ochet? Ochet, barely. There you go, Ochet. Maximum SP. You have it, Throne. And Ochet. And I know we have others. Yes, we have a lot. Increase max HP. That's gonna go on... We'll put that on Partitio, since he's kind of like a supporter. The magic nut... possibly on Agnia? Possibly on Agnia. Yeah, let's give it to Agnia. Slippery nut increases evasion. I don't know who that needs to go on. Evasion? Evasion doesn't really matter all that much. Partitio, apparently. It hasn't really come up too much. But here you go, Partitio. Critical nut increases critical hit rate. Greatly increases speed, I'm pretty sure Partitio needs. And then crit is probably Ochet. Oh my god, Ochet still has higher crit than Throne. Is that a skill you have on? No, you just have really high crit. Oh my god. Okay, well. Critical nut goes on Throne. There we go. Cool. So everybody's a little bit more buffed after that. And everybody's rapidly approaching Oswald's level. But this is the party we're probably going to be tackling Agnia stuff with next time. So, alrighty. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.